Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and today I'm talking about the concluding paragraph. I had a student this week who was stressing out a little bit. He's writing an essay and he has to write a concluding paragraph, of course, and he didn't know where to begin. He didn't really know how to write the concluding paragraph. So I thought I would address that because over the years I've had many students with the same issue. How do I write the concluding paragraph? And what happens often is they get their introductory paragraph, they introduce their thesis, then they have their supporting arguments, whether that's 3 paragraphs or more, and they're done. And sometimes students just stop. The essay just stops cold. And this is never a good idea. You need to wrap it up, so to speak. You need that concluding paragraph. So think of it this way. It's like a gift. It's like the ribbon on a gift to your reader. You want to remind your reader of your thesis. So you would start your concluding paragraph with a restatement of your thesis. You don't want to just copy and paste it down there. That's not a good idea. You need to say it in a different way. Of course, it's the same argument. You don't want to change your argument at the last minute, but you need to restate it. And often you can use some of the supporting detail or evidence that you developed throughout the essay to help you come up with a restated thesis statement at the beginning of your concluding paragraph. Then you want to remind the reader of your main points or your strongest arguments throughout the paper. Again, you don't want to word for word repeat everything you already said. This is in an abbreviated format, but you're reminding the reader of all of the strengths within your argument or within your essay. And then you often want to end with something that makes the reader continue to think. Because really the essay, in a way, the essay is not done with the concluding paragraph. So your piece might be done, but you want the reader to keep on thinking about your argument or about your, if you were trying to persuade them of something, you want them to continue to think. So you often have a prompt that helps them to do that. You could also have a call to action. For example, if you were trying to get people to think or change the way they behave in some way, you may have a call to action, something that they can implement to make that change. Or you may end with a question or a series of questions that just makes the reader think about what you've been saying throughout the essay. So in a sense, your concluding paragraph isn't the conclusion. It's just the final ribbon on the package that you're going to present to the reader and help the reader. Always when you're writing something, whether it's an essay or anything really, I think, you want to try to help the reader to understand, and particularly an essay, because or a speech, your points need to be clear, concise, coherent. They need to be unified, and you want to deliver them in a way, whether that's, if it's a speech, you might be presenting it. If it's an essay, it's usually in print form, so that your reader can easily access them, your arguments, and understand them. It's no good making it convoluted, difficult. Sometimes students feel that's a great idea because it sounds more intelligent if it's complicated. But it's complicated and no one can understand it. And if you're handing it in, which normally is the case to a teacher or a professor, he or she doesn't have all day to try to decipher what you meant to say. So you want to just say it. So that applies to the conclusion as well, or maybe even more so, because here's your chance to remind the reader of the importance of what you had to say. And the endings of anything are very important. So your endings of sentences should be strong. Your endings of paragraphs, your last sentence in a paragraph should be strong. And the endings of an essay or speech or book report, anything you do, the endings are really important too, because it's what you're leaving the reader with. So hopefully you can leave them with something that impresses them and makes them think. Okay, I think that's all I want to say about the concluding paragraph for now. It's just a little tip a couple little tips to help you. Start with a restatement of the thesis, give your main supports again, and end with something that makes the reader think, and then you'll have a very good conclusion. I am going to put a coupon below for my essay writing course on Udemy. Also, I will put a little message below. Don't forget, you can get in touch with me about the photo prompt paragraph writing lessons or about the literature writing lessons, and I also sometimes do personalized essay writing lessons for students as well, so you can ask about that. Check out the website. I'll put a link below. That's an easy way to get a hold of me as well. You can email me from there. You can also leave comments here if you're watching on YouTube below, or questions. It's always good to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on the notification bell, because then you will get alerted when there's new videos coming up, and they can be about anything about education basically. Writing is a major topic for me, but I do videos on lots of educational topics. In the meantime, keep writing, keep having fun, keep learning. Learning is not a chore. It's a great thing, so keep going, and let me know how you make out. It's Ron Johnson from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.